Good afternoon. My name is Karen Williams, and I'm with the 2020 Farmers Co-op. And this afternoon, I'm talking to world-renowned artist PeQue. And PeQue, I want to welcome you to the today, and just sort of talk about some of the projects. Before we get into what you're doing with the 2020 Farmers Co-op, some of the projects that you've done. And I know one of your really big projects was the Kobe Bryant mural in Watts. So give us a little bit about that and talk about some of the other projects you've done.
Sure. So the Kobe Bryant mural, and thank you so much. It's good to be with you. But let me just say, the Kobe Bryant mural that I had the opportunity to do, it was days after Kobe passed away that it came to me that was what was supposed to go on this wall. And the community got behind me, and the city of Los Angeles got behind me. One of the great groups there, and I just have to shout out that group, Eastside Riders. It's a bike club that does work within the community. Got behind me. John Jones and the Eastside Riders got behind me, and we were able to gather quite a few community people to help do that mural in 8 days. And the mural
Wow.
is 180 square feet, which is pretty large mural to have accomplished in such a short time. But it was a passion project, not just because of Kobe, the basketball player, but because of Kobe, the man. I had an interaction with Kobe, and that interaction inspired me to be a better person, to be a better teacher, to be a better father, a better human being. And so that's why I did that mural, not because I was a big fan of Kobe Bryant himself, but because of Kobe, the man.
Now you've done other projects too in communities. What have some of those been?
Absolutely. I've gotten an opportunity. I started out doing a lot of community work, period. I was working with a lot of community organizations to help. Specifically, I wanted to work with youth and help them to learn how to take their talent and their energy to do art instead of tagging on walls, to help them to be able to do something that was positive. So I started working with youth in high school, some high school teenagers, to help them to be able to airbrush, to take their talent and their desire to use spray can, and we took that and transformed it into airbrushing to be able to do things that were positive images throughout their communities. And that's been across the country. Primarily, I did a lot of work over the last few years in Los Angeles. So a lot of my work is there. And got a chance to work with various schools. So we've done school murals, highlighting positive statements and things for schools. We've done all kind of things with local celebrities and that kind of thing. So it's been just a great time, and that's what I'm really excited about, being able to work with kids, help to inspire them.
So how are you, an artist, working with a farmers co-op? How is that? How did that come? How is that going to work out? I mean, what are you going to be doing? What you
So
going to be painting giant ears of corn on buildings?
That sounds lovely, but no, that's not what I'm doing. Actually, that sounds like a good thing to do, but I actually want to paint something that's going to be a little bit more resonant. I'm looking to be able to join the community, specifically the inner city communities in the inner city, people, as well as people who are underserved, underprivileged, to be able to help them, to connect them to sustainable food opportunities or options. And that's something that we don't see in our inner cities. That's something that in the rural areas that are not necessarily available. Food deserts have become more pervasive than we'd like to say, but it's in 2026, there are a lot of people that don't have the ability for healthy food options. And so I wanted to utilize my art, and have for the majority of my adult life tried to utilize my art in ways that help our communities. And so
Right.
that's what I'm going to do. I want to create some art that's going to inspire people, help them to see the past of what we've been able to do as a people. And when I say as a people, I mean people of color, but not just people of color, people who have been underserved, and to be able to take what we've done in the past and to be able to look forward to the future, so that we can inspire our young people.
Right. And so I know that the 2020 Farmers Co-op is getting ready to go through this fundraising campaign to sort of strengthen our farmers, because they are in crisis right now because they're not receiving the funding that they used to receive. And some of them don't have the resources to really do what you're saying, helping people get whole, healthy foods. And it looks as though some of the reports say that we're headed toward an agricultural crisis in our communities and in our nation. And somehow you're going to link that concept up with your artwork. So tell me how this fundraising campaign with the 2020 Farmers Co-op is going to work with you.
So here's the idea. We want to do a collaboration with people who will donate their funds, and they may have pictures of their family or statements that they want to include, and they are going to get a chance to collaborate with me. I love collaboration. I love the opportunity to join in with other people and create artworks that inspire people. And so I have a piece of artwork in mind, and I'm going to create a piece of artwork, but that piece of artwork is going to consist of thousands of pictures with other people. And so ultimately, and people have seen it, it's called mosaic artwork, where you see 1,000 pictures that end up making a face or something like that. Well, I'm not going to reveal what the ultimate picture is going to be, what the end piece will be, but I will say this: it's inspirational. It'll be something that I hope will spark people to want to do better for their own community. And so as people donate, I will take the image that they give me and incorporate that into the artwork that I'm doing. And that work will ultimately create this beautiful piece of artwork. And it will hopefully, by the time we finish, it'll be hopefully about 6,000 or 7,000 people who've helped me to create this piece of artwork. So I'm looking forward to that.
And every picture that they send in to you, the funds that will be raised will go toward helping farmers across underserved farmers across America, where
Yeah,
where they are, and that will strengthen the food chain and the food
absolutely.
system. So it's sort of like a you give, and then it just goes around, it comes back, and one day you'll be eating the money that you sent in.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hopefully.
That's a beautiful way of looking at it, because we have to realize the importance of, loving our neighbors. If each of us help each other, then we're only helping ourselves ultimately, because
Right.
it comes back to us. And we're calling part of this each one reach one. Each of us have to reach out to someone else to help, so that we can, if our farmers are healthy, if they are strong, then we are strong. So we want to see the farm community on the rise. It's so interesting to me that we were once an agrarian people, and now we don't even understand how to farm at all, like some of the basics of farming. I think this gives us a good opportunity to get involved. And so as an artist, I want to see how I can get involved with farmers, so that farmers can be stronger, and hopefully people in the community will join me, and we will be a stronger nation as in the world of farming, in the world of having healthy food options.
Now, how big is this? You do these large scale murals. How big is this mural going to be? Will it be stationary on a building? Remember, I told you like the big your quarantine. But how is that going to work?
So it actually is going to be 8 feet by 8 feet. So we're not going to go super big. We're going to go eight
That
feet
seems
by
pretty big to
it,
me. Oh no, I
it's
guess.
definitely not small for that. That's for
Right.
sure. But comparatively, it's not that big as in the world of murals. However, it is pretty large, and each pixel, each I say pixel, each square that people donate to will be about an inch and a half. So imagine that. So that'll literally equal if the entire thing were just those squares, it actually would equal 10,000 squares. However, we know that there's some dealing with dark and light and shadows and all that. All of those won't be live spaces that you'll be able to see. So I'm estimating about six to 7,000 of those will have spaces where you can actually see people and the individual things that they've uploaded to include as part of the artwork.
So I could donate pictures of me and my daughter, or me and my cats, or or it could be a company logo, because you mentioned that too, a logo,
Absolutely.
anything you can take and is that's visual and put it in that artwork.
Absolutely. So it could, and just as you said, it could be a company logo, it could be a family picture, it could be a picture of a farm that you saw and you're just interested in seeing something like that. Or you could write out a statement and take a picture of that statement. Or maybe your child decided to draw a picture of a farming situation or something, and so you want to include that picture. It's really the sky's the limit. You include what you feel will make a statement in this piece of artwork. Ultimately, from a distance, it's going to look like what I wanted to create. But when you get close, you're going to see thousands of
Right.
individual pieces of artwork that the community wanted to create.
Well, that's really good. So, what do you want people to take away? You're not telling us what the picture is actually going to be, but what do you want people to take away when they see this artwork when it's completed?
Emotionally, I want people to be inspired. I want people to walk away from this piece with the desire to see how they can get other people to be involved with farming. How can we make this world a better place? I think we have a responsibility as human beings to make to not leave things like you found them, but to make things better. So emotionally, I want people to be inspired. Intellectually, I want people to do something about it. I want people to see what they see, be inspired by it, and go make a difference. Go out there and do something about it. We cannot sit down and expect something to happen just because we thought about it. It won't change if you don't make a change. So I want each person to make a difference, to look at this and to be sparked to make a change.
Good. And before we go, you also said that it would be really great if this was a traveling exhibit so that we could show it not just in one location, but, maybe across where in the agricultural communities, or maybe not just in agricultural communities, maybe in urban areas where people have been distanced from the land, and they will be able to see how important it is.
Such a great question, Karen. Thank you so much for that. I would love to see this find several homes in HBCUs, in campuses, period, in college campuses, period, in community centers. Maybe some farming communities would like to have the mural. I would love to see this take to go on tour and that it become a trend. It's something that we do regularly, that we continue to raise funds, that we continue to help build our farming communities, and that this becomes something that's not just PeQue and 2020 Farmers Co-op is doing, but it just becomes something that we're all considering. How can we make a difference in our farming communities, bringing our farming communities and our underserved communities where food deserts are pervasive? How can we bring those together?
Yeah, we have to bring them together. So I want to thank you for your time. I'm really excited about what the artwork is going to reveal. And we're just asking everyone to keep an eye out for more information about this Each One Reach One project, and consider donating to help our farmers And as
Absolutely.
we help our farmers, we help ourselves. So thank you very much, PeQue. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure was mine. Thank you so much, Karen. Looking forward to talking to you again to tell you how much success we had.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Thank
All right.
you. All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Strong communities are built around local, real food produced by the earth and tended by the farmer. It is this food we trust to nourish our bodies. Partner with the 2020 Farmers Cooperative today. We're launching a campaign that will support small-scale farmers and partner with our artist and friend, PeQue.